Hi. Welcome back to Immortal Unchained. How y'all doing? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. If you're catching this as a VOD after the fact, thank you so much for your time. Today we're going to be carrying on with Immortal Unchained with just a little bit of additional knowledge I was able to scrape together on the backstory since we last saw each other. And we're gonna be completing the DLC and hopefully the third leg of the Great Beast Hunt. But before that, I think it might be wise to go back through the levels we've already cleared and look for some of those special doors to the Remnant world with, you know, really powerful weapons and the like that we can't use and actually aren't all that powerful. I know for a fact there's one in Viridian, in the Overgrowth, I want to say? Or near the Overgrowth. So why don't we head there and see if we can't access this door. Now the question is, will we be able to find all of these doors? Because remember, through the first half of the game, we saw these suckers just scattered around everywhere and couldn't really make heads or tails of any of them. Let me see. Is this Overgrowth the area I think it is? Yeah, it is. Okay, this is where we want to be. So look, we can head back through this little access tunnel. This should take us to a section of the caverns. Fortunately, we are legitimately fairly strong compared to early game enemies right now. So, we're not gonna have too much trouble just slugging our way through them all. Hey, Seth. No worries. That's alright. Appreciate you just tuning into the stream. Hope you're able to relax. I'm not gonna be able to relax. I've got Immortal to play. Can we open this now? Yes, we can. Okay, we got... Okay, a really good, cryo assault rifle. That's something. And garbage SMGs. Okay. Not gonna complain about that. I do appreciate the actual, embrace of Metroidvania-style design that went into this. With, you know, these lockers and gates giving us some incentive to go crawling back through earlier areas. And to be fair to the game, when I think to, I will say, holding down the left trigger to zoom in just a bit before firing, even while locked on, does increase your accuracy. That's something we probably should have been doing, but it wouldn't really help with bosses or anything like that. It'd just help us not waste so many rounds in, standard combat. See? There we go. Now, where's the gate? I think the gate might be back here. Yeah, this might be it. Yep. Pretty sure this is it. Hello, Death Knight. It's been a while. Also, you haven't served as a boss yet. Are you what awaits us beyond the door? We can open this thing, right? Yep, sure can. So what remnant world is going to be beyond here? Looks like... Is this even a place we've been yet, or is this, the Citadel? No, Arden. So... What could this be? The Hollow. Young Hollow. This is the Charnels, which is one of the better areas so far. Among the Fane, the oracles are believed to have been created by the monolith itself. Why and where this belief came from is unknown to the other races. Oh god, no. It's another sniper! Are you kidding me? Well, at least this arena's made for it. This is the Rogue Malefactor. It's totally not like the others, you guys. Wait, no. Is this a sniper? I don't think it is. It teleports, though. And has backup. Oh, no, it's a modified variant of the little ice seraphs. Well, okay. I kinda liked them as enemies, so... but it's gonna do that thing that all of these Remnant bosses do, isn't it? Where it just keeps spawning ads. Wait, no, sorry, I take that back. The second one did not do that. Do appreciate it teleporting in just to try to curb stomp us. Jesus Christ! That's how you do difficulty, if you didn't know. You just overwhelm the player with as many enemies as you can and render it effectively meaningless to take one of them out. I think there's a lot of them, because I have this sinking feeling that they burst out of the caskets to either side. Well, how effective is the best sniper rifle in the game? Well, that made contact. Oh, it's tiny. Oh, God. Oh, God. Again, I find these challenges so baffling. Because the devs can make good bosses, we've seen that, like, several times. They just overwhelmingly chose not to, in the sake of, I don't know, efficient use of time or other resources, I don't know. At least it looks like the boss can be made to attack the backup. Seth says they chose not to. I mean, they had to have, right? There's no way you couldn't have told that, okay, this was gonna be a little rough. Okay. Look at all the caskets still standing. I don't think it'll be possible to eliminate all of the ads over the course of this fight. Because they don't want me to. Oh, and as per usual, they have a boss that can teleport, because, you know, why not? I love the fact that it's smaller than us, but because it's still using the default model's moveset, it, like, teleports in to do this epic ground-shaking curb stomp. Is all of the backup over and done with for now? Can we actually fight the boss? Having a flame-based weapon would probably be a huge boon here, admittedly. One, two, three. And as per usual, on its own, the boss really isn't too bad. It's just a bulkier, slightly smaller version of an enemy we've already fought before. So, you know, it's a harder target to hit, but not by too much. With lock-on, anyway. Okay. As per usual, it's got a ton of health. Or, not, well, health too, but stamina. We might be able to pull this one out, folks. One more really good salvo ought to do it. And there we go. Rogue Malefactor down. Used up more of my syringes than I'd care to, but that is Remnant boss number 3, I want to say? Okay. That could have been worse. It wasn't a good fight, but it wasn't frustrating. Well, excessively frustrating or anything. We got the Gold Star Assault Rifle that, man, you need crazy stats to wield most of these. And another Prometheum Edict, which we can use to open up, you know, more doors. Okay, that's cool. Now, since old Brady really isn't super keen on the idea of charging through that back half of the DLC right now, Seth said, wow, exciting. Yeah, it's not good at all, which is a shame, because the original enemies, the Frozen Seraphs, were among my favorite enemies in the entire game. It's amazing what you can ruin when you just jack something's health through the roof, and other than that, do very, very little. But since I'm not too keen on taking on the next bit of the DLC just yet, what I'd like to do is head to Apexian and make a little progress along the last beast route. And hopefully while we're there, we can head through the first half of the stage again, and see if we can't open up some canisters and gates that we couldn't before. Yeah, at least we can chew through these guys even faster than before. That does feel nice, admittedly. Can't crack open those last strong boxes at the Grand Hull yet, I don't think. Oh, yikes. Yikes. There we go. Very nice. Now let's head back on over to Apexian, which you may remember as the stage that introduced us to those wonderful, wonderful, wonderful soothsayers, which, according to the in-game lore, are not necessarily soothsayers. They may be something called drone lords instead, and the soothsayers are something else entirely. I kind of get this game's lore, but it also feels a little messy. Hello again, rando priestesses. We've got everything we can get over here, right? Like there was nothing else at the sanctum. Nope, we seem to have gotten everything. Oh wait, some bits. That actually will be helpful. Because we'll need a few more levels, a fair few more levels, to use any of our new super rifles. Can we crack this yet? Yes, we can. Oh, there's some of the bits we'll be needing. Quite a lot of them, actually. That is... Well, I have no snark. That's just a wonderful thing to see. Now let's see how fast we can saw through the enemies here. They'll still probably be pretty durable if our last quick little blow-by here was any indication. Excuse me. Oh, well, these guys aren't quite as tough. We are becoming more durable. I like seeing that. And let's not forget, in addition to the little ammo packs I've been using, we do have much larger ones. That, given the health of bosses at this stage, we are almost definitely going to need. Ooh. I think that was bright enough. Okay. To the courtyard. I don't know if there's any additional doors here, but it's worth a shot. Or worth a look, I should say. So that's the path on to the next... or the back half of the level. The Apex Citadel. Is there any other good loot here that we couldn't access before? There's the DLC. God help us. We were able to open that one. Was there... Whoop. I was going to say, is there another over here? Doesn't look like it, though. Oh, there's one of the soothsayers, apparently. There we go. Sorry I don't have much to say here, we're just kind of combing back through familiar territory, looking for anything that we can make use of. Let's not forget there's going to be absolute hordes of soothsayers later on. Oh my god. Oh my god! Gotta love the snipers, as ever. Like, I'm starting to think the idea of snipers that can teleport effectively at will is just a little broken in most games, but games like this especially. Let's carry on where we left off, though. I did forget, honestly, just how many of these guys are in this level. And how much damage their rifles do, with every single shot. Again, they don't feel fairly balanced either, though, because, unless you have a sniper yourself, odds are good that whatever you attack them with as soon as they teleport in range, their range, I should say, isn't going to be, you know, super effective. And we're screwed because I just spawned two of them at once. Look at that, one of them got behind me. I really don't remember there being this many enemies in the back half of the plaza. I could be wrong, though. There we go. And all it took was all the heals we had managed to acquire over time. Oh, hi. And that one just stood stock still and took the whole thing. We got the armor down there. Oh, there was a portal right near the very entrance of this stage, wasn't there? Near the entrance from the Citadel. Or the Grand Hall, whichever. Let's see what we got. Oh, no. Okay. Can we maybe make it to the checkpoint? Fingers crossed. Oh! Did we open this? It looks like it's already been opened, but... No, we haven't. We need a chromatic protocol. Maybe the chromatic protocol is what we get from this beast, or near this beast? Oh! Have we plugged this one in? No, might as well go ahead and do so. Oh, there's a locker down there I don't think I've opened. Oh, well, let's fix that. Are there any goodies around here that we've not already gathered? Nope, doesn't look like it. Not over there. Probably not over here. Oh, hi, Soothsayer. Managed to perfectly time our evasion that go around. That was nice. It's just amazing how inaccurate these assault rifles are, isn't it? Okay. Let's just hurry up and get rid of these guys. There we go. Compared to enemies even very early in the back half of the game, they don't give any bits at all, do they? Oh, I mean, I guess the totals aren't terrible, really. Oh, did we open this? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Says I have to go, got an early morning meeting. Alright, thank you very much. Good luck with your meeting. I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. And sorry for the low energy stream, but God, what else do you say about this, really? After a certain point. Soothsayer's still active, isn't he? He's somewhere around here. No? Can we open this? Yes, we can. Have we been in here? I think so. I think this is just a transitory area we use. Yep. To reach this place. Yay. Our door should be just a stone's throw from here, but first let's make sure we didn't miss anything over there. There we go. Or wait, is that just a bench or something? It's probably the ladder. One of those, prime technological marvels, right? Or architectural marvels. Unparalleled the galaxy over. Let's see. I guess maybe there isn't anything else here. Maybe most of the treasure for Pexine is tucked into the back half. Because even considering what we already got on our first run, there didn't really seem to be a lot of treasure here compared to the other areas. Okay, okay, Soothsayers, goodbye. I'm out. Watch them teleport directly on top of us. Hey, Bunny, welcome to the stream. Nope, this is a very bad game, but we're going to do all we can in it, because that's what this channel's about. Yep, that's what I do. Oh, check that out. That is the quote-unquote Remnant World arena where we fought the Magma Bombardier for, I think it was an assault rifle it gave us. A pretty solid assault rifle, too. There's our door. So hold on, we're gonna go back to the Grand Hall to heal up. Bonnie says, wouldn't you say the same thing about Sunshine, a very bad game? No. Just a game I'm burnt out on. This is legitimately, like, quite appalling in the way it's been pulled off. But, like, I'm doing this anyway. I'm doing this for all of you out there. Because nobody else is going to. Let's head back through. And I don't think we can crack those last couple of strong boxes here quite yet. Bunny says, good to know I haven't completely ruined the sheer idea of Sunshine yet. Well, no, I've only played it once in 12 years or something, so it's pretty hard to get burnt out on that alone. Or permanently burnt out, I should say. Okay. Let's rest up. Or, hell, let's go ahead and level, just in case what's waiting for us is about as well designed as everything else has been so far. Okay, we've got bit cisterns. We can actually use those to probably pull a couple levels. That's good to see. Honey says, I'm burnt out on Sunshine after playing it a lot, enjoying my break. I had a feeling that would happen sooner or later. I hope you're enjoying whatever you're doing, or whatever you're playing or engaging with on your break, though. Okay. So what do we need to wield the really good weapons? 38, 18, 27, 18. 27 finesse is way more attainable than anything else listed there, so we'll go ahead and pump a few more into finesse. And now that means we can wield... Oh, or we can't yet, my bad. We need 3 more toughness to be able to wield the Chainbreaker. Or, sorry, the Gold Star. 4 more, my bad. Which we honestly really, really want. As it alone looks like it's going to be strong enough to handle some of the late game stuff. Oh, no, we've already opened that one. Just checking here. And that. And that. And... don't believe that's all of them, right? There's been 1 or 2 we couldn't open. Funny says, I haven't been doing much relating to games other than Duck Life Battle, which is a great game I'm glad I discovered. Climbing up in-game leaderboard is exactly what I needed as someone who likes competition. Right on! I'm glad you've been, again, broadening your horizons and enjoying a lot of what you've found. That's very, very, well, not just healthy, but also just a lot of fun, I think. Okay, then. Back to Apexian. And then to the door, which we should be able to open at this point, I would think. We can also open a ton of strong boxes and the like in the Abyss with Queen Iska's Cryo Protocol, but God, I'm not feeling like going back through those areas yet. That'll be like final stream material. I would imagine, unfortunately, we've got 2 or 3 more streams worth of Immortal Unchained. But then we'll have done everything, like everything. Which is something I can be proud of. Okay. Let's just trundle on down here. Huh. We have come a long way since we first encountered those shield bearers, at any rate. They used to be quite nasty. Soothsayers still are, though. God, no. Okay, can we crack this yet? Yes, we can, with the Phantom Protocol. Bunny says, definitely is fun. Duck Life Battle also happens to have a speedrunning community. Not an active one, but one exists nonetheless. Been thinking of trying it out. You should! Go for it. You seem to really enjoy speedruns, so... Oh! Is this going to be an Arlen battle? A tougher version of my favorite boss in the game thus far? That sounds rewarding. Oh, damn, we don't have our Flame Elemental weapon equipped, though. Ugh. We might be able to pull it off regardless? Question mark? I don't know. Oh, yep, this is definitely Arlen. Oh, but is he going to be... Oh, the Nether Crux, fine. Is he going to be Flame Elemental somehow this time? Anything around here we can collect before we enter the arena? Doesn't look like it. Bunny says, speedrunning is hella fun. Hard to believe there was a time when I thought I wasn't good enough for it. I guess I failed to realize back then that practicing is a thing and is even bigger of a thing in speedruns. Oh no, absolutely. Speedruns tend to be extensively optimized and practiced. And like anything, you need a fair bit of practice to be pretty solid unless unless you're a prodigy, essentially. Yep, it's the Echo of Arlen. Let's wait for the tendrils. And oh yeah, these are way more durable without our elemental damage bonus. That is fire elemental too, isn't it? We'll see when it summons the thicket. Yeah, whoa! Okay, so the thicket deals considerably more damage, yikes. But if we can handle this, then we should be eligible for a great reward that might help me get through the rest of this shit pile a little faster. It is a shame that we can't, as far as I'm aware, change our weapons on the fly. Bunny says Sunshine became more of the same thing over and over again, so I may not return for it for a while. I like trying new things, it turns out. Still love Sunshine, but it's getting boring. Anything that you overindulge in will become that way. Trust me. Trying new things almost universally is good. In my experience, at least. Up from the sludge. There we go. Yikes. Yeah, okay, this version deals way more damage. I'm not super fond of the fact that the devs reused the main bosses, or I should say the unique bosses, but they do it for everything, so I can be disappointed, but not surprised. Okay. Alright. Now Arlen's going to attack again, probably. Shit! Hey MC, welcome to the stream. What are you saying hell yeah for? Terrible games? Bunny says Mario dies tomorrow. Oh yeah, they're taking down the special or digital editions of the special anniversary games. So MC, this is the best boss in the game with its stats jacked through the roof. For no apparent reason other than, the devs really like reusing content, like a lot. Like you can see, on yesterday's VOD, the base fight for Arlen, and it's legitimately good stuff, not just by the standards of this game, but by Souls-like standards in general. Bunny says Mario Sunshine will no longer be available as a re-release, no more new players. Well, not for that version, no. Unless people buy, like, used copies or what have you, but more people will still play it. So, it looks like Arlen hasn't been made flame elemental, so we might be able to get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. And equip our flame rifle, which, if it's anything like the original fight, will make this a lot easier. The key is being able to saw through the thicket before it begins to attack. Once we can do that reliably, this fight, even with the stats being increased more than twofold, it shouldn't be that bad. Oh right, there's that ladder, which I keep forgetting to lower because who cares? Oh, MC, you also missed probably, well, not the worst boss fight in the game. We did all see, or witness that one together. You missed them ruining the, delightful little frozen seraph enemies, from the abyss by throwing one in front of us. That had maybe 20 times the HP of the normal for a boss fight. It wasn't hard, it was just kind of sad. It was also like half our size for some reason. I don't really get a lot of this game's design choices. Oh no, but MC, to pick up on your point with the unfortunate news regarding the PlayStation 3, PSP, and Vita digital storefronts, not shutting down and not providing any real means for preservation, a lot of games are just kind of going to be wiped off the face of the earth, which is really sad to think about, especially considering how much time and effort people put into producing them to make others happy, Where's my rifle? None of those. There's also the lightning blaster. MC says after this game ruining another enemy, not surprising. No, I usually try to be on the side of the devs as much as I can during my playthroughs and analyses, but God, I have no idea what they were thinking at the time. Alright, Bunny, take care. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll be playing this, so we won't. Okay. Now, I also would not put it past the game to give Arlen a ridiculous fire elemental immunity, just because we're fighting him in what looks like Bigor now, even though he's not using any flame elemental attacks. Like, that seems like how the devs would do iteration, like, just change up the defenses. There you go, new fight. MC, I think you also missed, before dropping by the stream yesterday, the boss from Apexian, right? The Soothsayer, appearing again in Bigor, the lava world, with ridiculously magnified stats, double the drones, and, like, nothing else. And it's maddening. And he says, I missed a lot of bosses. You were lucky. You are so lucky. With the exception of Arlen and the Queen, though, so far this game hadn't really had bosses. It's just had, regular enemies slightly enlarged with a different color palette. I mean, to be fair, Hellpoint also did that. And he says, I missed a lot of bosses, I have no desire to check the VOD for them. This is basically a horror story, or boring for me. Yeah, it's... I discussed this after killing OG Arlen yesterday, But this game isn't bad because it's derivative or because, like, it's a little janky. No, there's deeper issues here, far more fine-tuned, or, sorry, minute issues that become really discernible the more you play. Okay, good. It does still seem to be weak to fire. How the hell is that supposed to work? So, unlike the first run, we can't seem to deal enough damage to the thicket to kill it before it releases its attack. We've seen before that that attack can hit us clear across the arena. It has a short-term poison status effect, and we can't seem to dodge it reliably, or at all. Oh man, this is... Why they had to go and ruin my favorite boss? It was so good in its original form. Like, not just by the standards of this game, by the standards of a Souls-like, it was so good. Okay, big guy, open up. Oh, dear sweet lord, it's health. Hey, Diego, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for joining us. Hope you've had a great day. Rose up a little quick, don't you think? Okay, so we can dodge that. It's tricky, but we can. Okay. Phase 2 down. I do appreciate the little swarming insects giving us more ammo. That is a nice concession on the part of the devs. Oh, speaking of, whoa! That's the first time that's ever hit us. There we go. Pretty sure the little green bugs are healing him. Or doing something. Oh no, you don't. Thanks for dealing plenty of damage. Okay, gonna need a little ammo. Thank you, thank you. No, 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 no. Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. That was a good run. So, if you guys remember, I didn't particularly like when Sekiro reused bosses. Like, the late game bosses. The mini bosses were fine, because they were usually encountered in a different context, or with a different moveset, or what have you. Because it felt repetitive, and also to an extent like it nullified the player's victory in a pretty, often climactic and challenging battle. By just telling you to do it again, instead of designing something a little distinct. Oh wait, no, there is an idol here, never mind. But here, the devs do it all the time, not once or twice. I've seen bosses and I've seen content reused constantly, which kind of begs the question, like, Mortal Shell wasn't a very long or a very big game. It wasn't. And with the exception of one area, it kind of respected its length and the size of the areas it presented to the player, and didn't reuse content, with the exception of the Grisha, which I think you could fight 3 times, if you wanted to. You only had to fight it twice. If you're gonna force players to, or expect them to fight the same boss 2 or 3 times, with just different numbers to make it to the end of the game, or to do everything in the game, why not just make the game or the size of the world a little bit smaller, or design a more intricate or different encounter for the second run-through? This game feels padded without any real justification for being padded. Like, I can appreciate the desire to give players, damn it, a lot of, optional challenge and bang for their buck and things like that. Yeah, fine. But what they really fail to demonstrate consistently is purpose. God almighty, that thing deals a lot of damage. Should we keep attempting this, or just say screw the optional bosses? I honestly don't know. I don't know. I said we wanted to do, like, all of the game's content, or we were gonna try our best to, but if a lot of it's just this, should we even dedicate so much time on stream to doing this, when we could be getting on to our next project? I don't know. Chat, opinions, feelings, thoughts, angry screaming into the void of the sort I'm probably going to do after this stream. And he says, I would say to do it all. Good. Good. It's not like anybody else is going to, right? If he says, not because I would hate you, I would even consider you a friend. I know what you're saying, man. Like somebody has to document this, right? There has to be, like, a definitive playthrough of this online. The MC says, I feel this game could hide even worse after this. Yeah, yeah. The people need to know. Well, at least we know what that attack is now. Oh god, they're healing him. I mean, not like it really matters, since he seems to take damage to predefined, like, stages every time. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I hate these optional bosses. I hate them so much. As he says, you get the honor of disrespecting the devs and giving your time and investment on the game. Yeah, like, the original boss, for the record, had maybe half as much health, and did almost as much damage. They really don't seem to have grasped the idea of difficulty as anything other than in terms of number of enemies or number of hit points, number of armor points, the numbers being bigger. Not hard enough, make the number of enemies go up. Not hard enough, make the boss's numbers go up. If we get right up on him, that thing hardly ever catches us. That time it did. Reload, reload. Damn y'all. Like, look, the boss, or the creature itself even looks cool. Like, the boss himself is tucked into, like, a gestation pod inside the tree. It's a cool design. It's a really cool design. And yeah, it looks like the tendrils spawn on a timer, not necessarily concomitant to the amount of damage you've dealt to the boss overall. The only appreciable difference to damage I can see here, aside from, well, the boss and enemies taking much more, is that Arlen's one direct attack with the Splinters of Wood deals quite a bit more damage now. That's it. Oh. Give me that health, please. Oh, no. Really? Really now? MC says, yeah, the boss is nice, reminds me of the Hand of Fate Kraken, can't remember if you saw it. Yeah, no, I did. Also kind of like Ukulele's Kraken fight. The fight is good, the numbers are not. The base version was honestly really, really, really good, and now we just, we fight a version that feels more tedious than anything. That's why I hate so much of this game's design. It doesn't feel frustrating as much as it just feels bland and tedious. And with, like, the loot system and the gradated or graduated weapons, it feels almost like a mock-up of what would happen if Ubisoft made a Souls-like. You know what I mean? Arlen himself is also much faster on the attack now. Everything else is more or less the same, as far as speed and the like. Like, look at that one attack and what it does to you. MC says knockoff Ubisoft would be bland, not painful. That's true. This would be much easier, almost too easy, really, but the enemies would be just as resilient. MC says, I heard a new complaint about Dark Souls 3. What's that? If there are people saying it's not hard enough... Well, I mean, I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. And look how much damage the residual poison effect deals. Why, it's almost as if the game was designed with difficulty rather than challenge in mind. Like, or rather a sense of reward and satisfaction upon completing challenges. Like, so many of the worst Souls-likes unfortunately are. As he says, someone who has played a lot of the Dark Souls franchise says 3 has the issue of being a drag when it comes to creating a starting build, as it takes much more effort than the other two. And so he uses a mod just to buy the starting build to have fun. Whereas Dark Souls 1 and 2 are easier to get a starting build, also a fellow fan of the second iteration. Right on. No, it's definitely true that levels are way more expensive, or at least it feels like they are, in Dark Souls 3. But that trend kind of started in Bloodborne. If you remember, it was much harder to buy up scores of levels at a time. We'll come back here. This is not necessary right now. Let's wait till we hit in-game and have, like, some of the best gear we can pick up. MC says, I'm talking about equipment here. Oh. Well, you definitely get more options early on in Dark Souls 2. That's true. Dark Souls 1... it's debatable, but... Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. So, MC, as our resident design expert, would you agree with me that if we just look at this game as nuts and bolts instead of as an experience, like mechanic by mechanic, this game objectively is better than Hellpoint, but is a much worse experience? Like, Hellpoint, the overall experience of playing it and playing with the systems and weapons and seeing the environments and characters and all that, I can, albeit tentatively, recommend to someone, especially considering the scale of the initial project and the team behind it. This, at least mechanically, from a design standpoint, is solid and was made almost universally by people who really know what they're doing. But it feels really unpleasant to play. Like Hellpoint is a game where I feel like the dev's next project, whenever it comes out, if they elect to build on, like, that Souls-like formula, is going to be absolutely amazing when they take some of the lessons they've learned from the first game into consideration. This, I feel like, is more or less just going... This is what the devs wanted. This is exactly what they wanted to make, and I can't see this, not this formula, this light game from this studio specifically, being much better than it is. Hellpoint has a lot of room for growth, this doesn't. Though I will concede, like, a ranged combat-based Souls-like, especially during this time a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, it's a more daunting concept to try to work with, I think, so I'll give them that much. But okay. Here we go. Let me see real quick. Let me go on over to my mod view, just because I neglected to entirely. And let's head on towards the final beast, the Colossus, in the Apex Citadel, the seat of government. The Legislative Archives. Nice, nice. NC says this game is made to be difficult and encourage players to exploit the game, like, outside the box. Hate it or love it, it does it decently. Yeah, I just have a feeling way more people, and based on what I saw online, this is true, way more people hate this game than love it. I consider myself among their number. Oh, yep, this is gonna be a big one. Hey, Eclipse, welcome to the stream. My heart is broken because I opened one of those remnant doors just before you dropped in and saw... We haven't killed it yet. They ruined Arlen. The remnant version of Arlen has over twice the health and is just an absolute slog. MC says the problem here is still the controls rather than the rest of the game. No, I would argue a lot of the basic conceit is just off. Reusing the same few enemies over and over again. Wanting players to get invested in this vast world full of scores of different factions without ever showing any of them to the player. Relying almost exclusively on wall-to-wall ambushes and not really giving the player that many tools at all. It just doesn't feel good. You're right that the controls are a major issue. Not exactly the controls so much as the way movement is handled writ large, but... Yeah, Eclipse, it's a shame, man. Right before we beat the game, we're gonna have to all pour one out for Arlen. He was the best part of this terrible game, and they killed him. Okay, we got another Cerium Decree, I'll take it. Can we crack this? Yep. A Crusader Sword. Gonna have to melt that down, because we're not a strength build. Cliff says, how could they do this? Oh, you know how. By not caring enough. Oh. What's this? Can we... Is this just a light fixture? Yeah, okay. Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Not another one. Oh, it's a Soothsayer. Shit. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, it's the Janissary. Okay, well, fancy seeing you here. Maybe that's where we'll find the, elite version of the Colossus boss fight once we complete the original. Oh, well, we can unlock it. Heaven help us. Tell you what. Let's keep that in mind, but just explore around until we find an obelisk first. That way we can grab some goodies. And hopefully some levels while we're at it. Okay. Patches. I don't know how much of a defense boost they offer, so we may need to try those out. And he says, well, I mean, for the conception of the game, the difficulty, how it wants to be, is fine. The lack of enemy variety, the scaling up being the easy way out of difficulty, the constant filter and closed room to hide performance issues, the motion and the broken shooting breaks their intent. Yeah. With polished stone and metal, the heroes of the Prime were immortalized for posterity. Now abandoned and forgotten, they remain to witness the fall of their brethren. Well, it's no this door is locked, but pretty good lore anyway. Okay, pressure plate. Another Janissary. The Janissaries really aren't that bad to deal with. The only difference between this and the boss is the boss had green neon along their body. Even the empty, like, banner staff was completely identical between the two. MC says, look at Hand of Fate 2 and the 20 to 30 enemies that can pile up on you and yet you can come out unscathed, right? If it wants to be hell, it can be, but it never fails on player controls. Right, and with Hand of Fate 2, at least, they introduce what I would consider to be a very steady difficulty curve, where half the time, more advanced challenges are only presented to the player if they've proven that they can handle simpler ones, that teach them fundamental controls and enemy interactions and all that good stuff. This just feels kind of sloppy a lot of the time. Okay, well, we made it over here. Ain't I proud? Oh. The Lost Venge Caster. Okay, that looks like a really good pistol. As he says, the steady difficulty curve is actually their defining trait as Defiant. Yeah, no, it's really good, really fair, and it never feels overwhelming. It feels like, again, the game on the whole wants you to succeed. And it wants you to explore and learn and have fun. Just like how Eclipse and I were talking last night about how the way Dark Souls is designed, a death state isn't necessarily perceived as a failure state. Like, it doesn't assume that the player necessarily did anything wrong, it's just we're learning, we're experimenting. You go back in and try again. A lot of bad Souls-likes, like this one, do view death, though it comes quickly, as a failure state. Okay, reduces damage taken, armor plating, good. Incy says, would you say Hand of Fate wants you to succeed, or is it antagonistic? No. It wants you to succeed, by and large, because it teaches you very simple lessons through experimentation, and oftentimes, not always, especially when you're working with a simpler deck like what you start the game out with, the consequences for failure are pretty mild. You lose a little bit of health, or you lose some food, or a piece of equipment at the worst. And then you understand how that encounter works, and you can go back through, and as long as you're maybe a little lucky in the first game, or a little skilled, more likely than not, in the second, you can gain way more significant rewards. The really difficult or risky challenges, especially again in Hand of Fate 2, are only introduced to the deck once you're a ways into the game, or have even cleared a lot of simpler challenges and earned their tokens. And he says, I mean, the random curse hitting you in the first game is harsh. Yeah, but I felt like a lot of the first game's curses, most of them, didn't absolutely break the game, especially if it's early game, because the challenges there are still pretty manageable no matter what. MC says, the cards changing depending on the challenge level. That's true, but think what the player also has access to by then. They have blessings or equipment. Again, like for most of these comments, this is especially true in Hand of Fate 2, that allow them to, for instance, remove one negative result from the potential deck of outcomes, or to redraw cards after shuffling if they draw a result they don't like, or duplicating a card with a positive result, or just things like that. The player is given more tools to manipulate the game, as the game gives the dealer more tools to manipulate the game. So it feels more fair and encouraging than it might seem. It's not out to get you at any point. At least I didn't feel that way. It feels, well, like a really high-stakes card game. So these guys will often teleport in close to, like, try planting grenades on or near us. Or no, they've got little grenade launchers, I see. Is there an obelisk anywhere near here? I mean, this armor is great and all, no lie, but... These also teleport way more than the others. Forsaken Striker. We're probably gonna melt that down, but nice to have. MC says, Hand of Fate 1 to me is antagonistic design, or what it should be if done well. But as the game tried to kill you, you can fight back against it, so in-game is a conflict between the player and the game. Well, the last chapter in particular is designed that way, narratively and mechanically, but I feel like that's the only place where the gloves really come off. Prisoners of war became keepers of peace, bringing the teachings of the Azurians to the prime. First among them were Rain and Reyna, who became trusted advisors to the inner circle of the prime ruling caste. We care so much. We just gonna keep climbing, eh? Alright. This seems like a fairly linear stage so far. Also reminds me a lot, unintentionally no doubt, of the Alma Mater Institute from Hellpoint, if everything were saturated in, like, this kind of sickly lime color. Seriously now? God damn it. Notice that's something this game loves to do. Knock you off your feet with a single attack and then just wail on you. And he says, well, I did suffer a lot on some of the bosses, but the last challenge of Hand of Fate made a lot of players quit. So I do believe you just interacted with it on a positive level. Well, right, I had your advice, for one, but I also tended to have a pretty good, I tended to pick up on things relatively quickly, I would imagine. Well, let's go pick all our stuff up, which, remember, especially given the now ubiquity of teleporting enemies, another thing about this game I can't fucking stand, we're going to have to just hoof it with a half dozen guns trained on us the whole way, back to where we left off to get our call them what they are, souls. Like, why do so many enemies need to be gifted the power of teleportation? NC says, because sci-fi. NC says, this is the trick with antagonistic design done well. You know the game works against you, but you can work against the game. Both with the same rules. Well, right, but that again, I think we just have different definitions of antagonistic design. because that implies that the devs, if not like the game itself on a mechanical level, want fairness. They want a rough egalitarianism where the players have tools and the encouragement requisite to use them and learn with them and all of that and feel empowered. Antagonistic design of the sort I'm thinking of, again, exemplified by so many very old-school CRPGs, does just the opposite. It is the developers themselves wanting to put players in, again, situations that at the best would require, like, foresight or a ridiculous amount of min-maxing just to manage. Generally, this is when what I would describe as the game being intended to be played one and only one way, with anything else being quote-unquote wrong. You know, like the people who say, like, Dark Souls 1 should only be played with great swords and no armor or what have you. Cliff asks, does it save on space to not have them preloaded in, or does teleporting them in save more resources? I don't know. I think it's just an attempt to circumvent the ease with which cover can be used to evade enemies or what have you, but like that's not necessarily a thing we constantly have to negate, guys. With the deployable energy shields, the enemies do it too. I mean, albeit badly. Half the time they throw grenades onto their own shields and blow themselves up, but they try for the same tactic. And he says, well, Hand of Fate does that. Each challenge starts with no foresight, and cannon will kill you. And teleport is to avoid running away and avoid breaking AI. Right. Well, remember, we saw with the absolutely abominable tracking last night that the idea that enemies and their attacks should always be able to hit you is something that the devs have really glommed onto pretty strongly. These are the first enemies we've seen that consistently do grenades well, though. So, credit where it's due. Okay, just a Janissary in us right now, I think. We can handle them. Oh no, there's backup. Oh, they're sticky bombs. They can actually, like, latch onto us. Okay. Really? Oh! But our iframes can let us roll straight through the explosion of a grenade that's been attached to us? Admittedly, that's pretty gnarly. NC says, basically this game wants you to dodge, and at least the enemy teleport, like with a green cloud. Right, you can, like, track them through the air, leaving our imagination to the inner workings of this teleportation open. Well, yeah, they're basically puppets. They're more mechanical than biological at this point. I don't know what that implies for how any of this works, but... Is there gonna be a checkpoint or what have you anywhere in here? I mean, probably not, but... I have to say, I do really love this Frosty assault rifle. Or, Frosty. Flaming assault rifle. Flamin' hot assault rifle. The Janissaries take less damage from it due to, I think, the fact that they're technically Crom units, so Flame Elemental, but still works pretty effectively against them. And so he says farted clouds, and Eclipse says, yes, that is how iframe works. It's beautiful. It's brilliant. Oh, hello. Checkpoint? Ooh, checkpoint. There's the obvious boss again. Ah, the Dark Lance assault rifle. We're getting a lot of good assault rifles, but the stats we need to use them are frankly absurd. Do we have any? Oh yeah, we've got the goods. So let's go ahead and unlock fast travel. Eclipse is the spicy assault rifle. Yeah, we're going to head down. God help us to the Citadel gates and head back up to the ground floor and see what's in that gate or that dimensional door at the bottom of the archives. I'm afraid I know what it is. It might be like Elite Queen Iska, which would just break my heart if they ruin the two really good bosses the game has on tap so far. But I feel like she'll probably be more manageable in this state than Arlen was. Fingers crossed. As he says, I'm checking the Evil Genius 2 quick review. People were really looking forward to that game, right? Just came out, I want to say. Oh god, no, that gate latest to the DLC. MC says, I'm gonna be disappointed if I buy it. Why? Why? Again, I don't... I've not kept my ear close to the grindstone, but I've heard pretty good things, I think. Up we go. Yep, this looks like Ardent, really. Yep, here we go. Let's do it. This is either gonna be Iska or it's going to be like an enhanced enemy. MC says how to state it with our omnipresent terminology. Modern design. Oh, I see. So it's gonna be really, it's like really repetitive? Or... Oh, simplified mechanisms. Alright. Widow's Walk. Alright, well this is the Abyss, but it's not... It's not Queen Iska's. The Departed Agitate... Oh, it's the first boss again! Hi, first boss! Now, where are your ads? Whoa! Oh, there they are. Oh, that's one of them down. Yep, just in time for the second one to spawn. Well, glad to see that Toadman used their tried and true strategy of making the numbers go up to give us yet another fascinating boss fight. Please, God, let that be it. Now we might be able, if just barely, to handle this thing. There we go. Hey, we staggered it at least. Oh god, no. Damn it! As he says, and not likely the supervillain vibes of the original, but rather modern over-the-top bad guys. Okay. I mean, a clean interface is nice for sure, but I played a lot of it and know it can be quite strategic. In the first game, you lose minions on a mission over time. On the second, it's either win or lose. Like, all or nothing, I guess, huh? Okay. So sounds like they might have either stripped some things down or put certain things on reserve as like DLC modes or what have you. I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't sound great. As per usual, these fights are all about just draining the ads away. And then actually getting into the meat. No, 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 no! Oh, well, at least one of the guards nearly bought it thanks to eating one of the boss's attacks. Damn it! How the hell are you supposed to survive half of these attacks? Well, you're not, obviously. If you were any good, don't you know, you'd never get hit by anything. That seems to be the ethos these fights were designed with. Like, I'm fairly certain we weren't supposed to just abuse the large piece of machinery in the entrance tunnel. See, it'd be one thing if the enemies with fucking chain guns weren't blindingly accurate, no matter what. But they are. Short of the snipers, so the soothsayers, these are the most accurate enemies in the entire game. And I don't understand why. Sorry, I know I'm getting agitated, but this... I've never, during our time together on the channel, seen a game with challenge that feels so unsatisfying. Like, look at that! One hit! One good hit and they kill you. And yes, my endurance or stamina, not stamina, sorry, the health and defense stat isn't phenomenally high. But that's partially because the way the game is designed, I'm supposed to sink, frankly, ungodly amounts of points into various other stats just to be able to wield two types of gun. MC says, because enemies are aimbots? Well, it kind of feels like it. At least this one does stagger more or less easily. And then kill me in a single burst of fire that staggers me a few rounds in, because if I dodge even once or twice, my stamina gets shredded. Again, like, in Dark Souls, you don't instantly die if you make a single misstep. In the best Souls-likes, that's true. They actually tend to be quite forgiving with the number of mistakes you can make in preparation, in execution, all of that. Very few enemies and bosses in those games can one-shot you by design. Here, it feels as though in a significant encounter, the penalty for making the slightest of quote-unquote errors is an instant death. Because the game doesn't expect, you know, a competent performance, it expects a perfect one. Jesus Christ! No! And again, just gonna keep saying it. First boss. Why would they do this? What? I am baffled as to, like with Hellpoint, even in the worst encounters, it just felt clearly imbalanced, but what part of this is supposed to be not exactly entertaining, but engaging? What part of this is meant to make me say, wow, what a great fight? Am I supposed to remember this 6 months from now, like I do so many Souls-like bosses? Or what's the intention here? Again, I'm kind of with Eclipse, I'm kind of like, well, with most of the folks out there in the audience who have been with me on this journey over the past few days. This is what happens when a game is designed with difficulty as the intent rather than as a tool. As long as the game is hard, everything else, I assume, in the developers' minds is kind of ancillary. Like, it's not hard for a reason or to an end, it just is. Because that's what this type of game is supposed to be, I guess. Okay. No! No! Ah! Okay. They've got a big friggin' clip, don't they? Welcome back, Eclipse. This is not quite a new boss. It's the first boss in the game. Again. Only this time it can kill us more often than not in one hit, because this game is well designed by people who know what a Souls-like is and how to make one. Okay. Look at its health, too. Jesus Christ. No! No! Just wait until it reloads or what have you. Well, no matter how this goes, this is a run that, well, I'd say I can be proud of, but I'm playing Immortal Unchained, so I can't really be all that proud of myself, can I? Okay. Firing through the cover, that's normal. There you go, you massive log of shit. Down you go. Eclipse says, so it really is Asylum Demon. First boss again. Yeah, backed up by two regular enemies that were just lesser versions of the first boss we encountered after the fact. MC says, just like Dark Souls 1, best moments, right? Right? Oh, God. That sucked. Pride and accomplishment. Cliff says, pride and accomplishment, where are they? And MC says, you pushed past the barrier many gave up on. By that, do you mean like the start screen? Then yes. Yes, sir, I did. I sure did. Holy Lord. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here with me through this experience. MC says, you opened the door of poop. Yeah, Oh! Seems like we lost a lot of enemy sound effects, but okay. I am dreading having to fight the good bosses in their bullshit forms. MC says, I'll be honest that I don't wish to be here for the game. That's totally fine, man. Neither do I. But more support, yeah, appreciated, as always. So let's go back to the library. And just for reference, this Apex Citadel has 4 zones, and I don't think we've made it to the second one yet. So, fun times ahead. Okay. Let's see what's up here in the stacks. Which look just like the Jedi Library from the prequel trilogy of Star Wars. He says it's okay, when you play Res you'll be happy. I'm looking forward to it. Well, no, I'm playing Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise in my downtime, so I'm not streaming a game that makes me happy, but I am playing a game that makes me happy right now. It's really good, by the way. I mean, it's from RGG Studio, the force behind Yakuza, so of course it's good. Oh, hey, it's these guys again. It's the Crom. Long time no see. Oh, good! We die, in large part, because despite having a, 79% reload speed boost due to all of our levels in Finesse, we still can't reload quick enough to dodge a single enemy attack. Yay! Another issue this game has, and to be fair, much better Souls-likes like Neo have had similar issues, is the way enemy stamina works. Notice in this game, when our stamina depletes, which is often, we are staggered for a very long period of time, or blown off our feet, and it's almost always a guaranteed kill. But most of the time, with the exception of these very small, frail troopers, when we drain an enemy's stamina, they stagger backwards for just a second, like the boss did all those times we drained its stamina, and then immediately resume their relentless standard pattern of attack, because that's the way they're designed. MC says reloading the 6-round shotgun in Metro is always fun. I bet. Oh, no. Oh, Lord, no. Oh, what's this? This is not a dimensional door, though, so what could this be? Oh, but that is... Ugh. Why does this one... Skeleton Protocol. Oh, this is gonna be Iska, isn't it? Yeah, that sure is what that looks like. Oh, I don't wanna... MC says the animation is so smooth. Nice, nice. But should be avoided in combat by swapping weapons. Yeah! Yeah, I forget what, but there was another game where shotguns worked that way. I want to say Fallout, honestly, like the Fallout New Vegas thereabouts. You almost never wanted to avoid it. You almost never wanted to reload most shotguns in combat. You just empty the clip and then switch to something else. In my case, that was usually a laser pistol or something. Oh, we get an obelisk? I mean, I'll unlock it, sure. Oh, no. Wait, this isn't Niska's throne room. This is... Oh, God, this is the Cauldrons. Oh. Eclipse says, yeah, you didn't, but you did need to have a mod that stopped it auto-reloading when you hit 0. Yeah, that sounds right. Or you would leave, if you were playing on console like me, you would leave one round in the chamber. Or in the mag. MC says, then you have a full auto shotgun and never needed to reload. Or trying to reload, you could interrupt it. Yeah. Well, let's take some levels in toughness. God knows we need it. We're almost to the point where we can equip one of our better assault rifles. Almost. A lot of these require, though, like a lot, and I do mean a lot of either toughness or finesse. Or, no, sorry, finesse or toughness or various other fun things. Well, let's do this. No. No, please tell me it's not going to be a soothsayer. Oh, God. This is so weird. Wait. Wait, this isn't a boss chamber. This is just a shortcut. Oh, yeah, from that sealed door. we found during our first run through of this horrible area, remember? Well, that's where it connects to. Interesting. Alright, that could have been worse. MC says you can interrupt the shotgun animation in Metro, but it keeps track of where it is in the reload animation as it does bullet after bullet. Ah, I see. And Eclipse says bullet management beyond just having a billion ammo in your inventory. And yeah, that's basically how the mod worked. If you reloaded one round at a time, it kept count. Nice. I was so scared that we were going to have to fight yet another garbage enemy in the cauldrons. I mean, I do miss the potential loot that could result from that, but meh. Back to the archives. Effectively the largest city in the cosmos, home of the best and brightest, now reduced to a ruined husk of death. Again, my favorite lore shard in the game is the one that just said this door is locked. There's another Janissary. Some bits. None of these enemies are particularly tough. They don't even have one of the Seraphs, I don't think. And a lone Janissary is thankfully really easy to dispatch. I think this model, just with a Warhammer, was also used for the Amber Monarch. MC says Metro 23, though, swaps between military grade and regular ammo. Military grade being money. They changed that in later games, but the first is great with that. And Eclipse says, yeah, I remember that. You could shoot it, though, right? Yeah. Oh, nice. You can shoot for greater firepower, as you'd expect. It's like a higher grade or higher caliber. Not higher caliber, but higher grade of round. Eclipse says, this door is locked. People will be deciphering that lore for years. That was the highlight of the game, for me thus far. That and the Arlen fight. Those are the two really good things that came from this playthrough. Along with, of course, more footage of me just quietly seething, which seems to be oddly popular on Twitch. Not that I'm complaining about that, anyway. That looks like it's going to be our next area. Anything else in here back in the atrium? Oh, more bits. Nice. Yeah, Eclipse says caliber in the sense of quality, not actual caliber. That's right, that's right. The beast possesses strength and cunning beyond that of any ordinary creature. None have been able to destroy it, and those who have tried have been ripped to pieces. Okay, sure. Again, not really dreading its fight, dreading the much tougher version that awaits us behind one of those sealed doors somewhere in the world. Issy says, well, compare that with me that just engages in a game so deeply I can't talk live. My greatest quality... No. You play fairly mechanically complex games and games that you enjoy. I'm the only member of our stream team, like, over on Seth's network, that actively plays bad games. So I think it's kind of... the stress or the anxiety in my voice is part of the entertainment package here. Got plenty of ciphers, but again, the ones we already have are really good. Let's see. Just seems to be yet another one of those libraries. Oh, hello. What is this? Oh, hi, Seraph. Even though this variant is more tedious to deal with, they're still probably my favorite enemies in the game. They use teleportation more or less in a fair, augmentational capacity, instead of how the soothsayers use it. Oh, that sure was a ragdoll. Cliff says, yeah, Brady suffers force, I suffer in other ways, but that's self-inflicted. And MC says, picking a bad game is self-inflicted. That is true, that is true. Okay, so I knew this was gonna be kind of lackluster. I did not know it would be this bad, in my defense. I was expecting, like, maybe 6 out of 10 material. This would be very gently scraping, like, a 5, if only barely. Which is a shame, because there's so many aspects of, like, the visuals and such that I kind of like. Also, somebody more knowledgeable than I, in another review, a member of Angry Joe's team, who reviewed this game, quite unfavorably, for what it's worth, said that all of these guns, these insane futuristic firearms, are really just pre-existing real-world firearms recreated almost note for note, with neon slapped onto them, which I will believe. That checks out with what we know about this dev team. It says, I make good games painful. Well, there's fun and charm in developing a strategy beyond a certain point. This is fun only to see, like, what the bottom of the barrel will be. Because we ain't hit it yet. I have a feeling it gets worse. I do like that as we damage some enemies, their neon, like, ornaments start flickering, suggesting that we're disrupting the power to their cybernetics or what have you. It's a small touch, but it is nice. Oh, he looks almost like a Bionicle, doesn't he? You know those old school Lego toys? Like the Lego kind of cybernetic action figure, whatchamacallits? Relics and mementos were left behind by the Prime as they fled their home. Effigies and release tell of a story of greatness, now destined to be forgotten. MC says, I got you to play Bulletstorm, so at least it's not merely bad games, and Bulletstorm had a fair number of negative critics. And yeah, Eclipse says Bionicle was awesome. Yeah, they were really cool. I remember thinking they were one of the better LEGO products when I was a kid, and I was not really a massive LEGO kid. I've more or less always been into video games over toys, but that's since very early childhood, but that was just me. Okay, there's a lot of those suckers here, but probably time to whip out our flaming rifle. Cliff says, I still have all mine? I think I have one back home. I have no idea where it is or what I did with it, but I did have one. Cliff says, I made giant dragons. Oh, well, it was a good set, or they were good sets to do it with. Let's see. There's nothing on the balcony? Oh, no, there's bits, never mind. That is legally something. I would remind you that this is still one area of 4 in this larger, zone. The Citadel. Big strong box. Okay, some upgrade material. Oh, right. They are technically flame elemental, so they take, like, new damage from our... This one seems especially antsy, doesn't it? We can reload in a moment. Nice. At the very least, I'm getting that dodge roll timing down. Eclipse says there's always bits. Man, it certainly feels that way, doesn't it? Okay. Let's go ahead and reload. So we got bombardiers and riflemen. More goodies over here. Cypher, upgrade materials. Cliff says, I used to have epic battle storylines with them. My biggest was also my favorite, though, so having a full-on underdog story was always hard. Made it a challenge, though. Yeah, bits and pieces of other games, right. Oh my god! The game heard that one, I guess. Oh, no, 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 don't do that. Heal, heal, heal. Oh, damn it, the grenade detonated far too close to us. Ah, Lord. Die. There we go. Look, it says the currency is the crap they scraped off. Yeah, it's feeling that way. God, and again, the sad thing about this game is when it's at its best, it's just kind of bland. Pleasant environments. Not much else going on. Okay, we can crack this. We got the Forsaken Striker assault rifle. Something just hit me, and I have this terrible feeling that that was a sniper round. Oh, yep, it's one of those. Remember from Viridian? One of the combat engineers, yeah. I assume Shade Home, because that's also the home mentioned... Sorry, the realm mentioned as like the home of a bunch of, basically, space dwarves. Was meant to be added to the game, like when they had that whole open world, larger scale thing going on, but never made it into the final product. That's my thought. And you can definitely tell this game was meant to be a little bit bigger, but my question is, if it was meant to be bigger, what on earth were they gonna put in it? We've been fighting the same enemies over and over and over again. What, was it just gonna be 9 massive, like, open worlds of that? Or do you think the scale for the entire game, enemies and weapons, assets and all, was much larger by default, and everything got scaled back drastically? And maybe they made the decision, the probably unwise decision, to keep more of the environment than anything else? I'm curious. Okay, ammo, that's good. We're using a lot of it here. MC says enemies are hard to do. Oh, fair enough. Okay, more bits. Yeah, let's just do it this way. Oh, poo. Well, at least we can run all the way along the perimeter here. That's kind of funny. This is what passes for entertainment in this game now. As he says, that's all I need to say to explain this. I mean... Like, look, in a Souls-like, or most good Souls-likes, enemy and encounter variety is kind of one of the quintessential design aspects that one would expect to see, but again, yeah, it's this game from this team. My expectations are not that high. Oh, hey, it's one of the Home Guard. By which I mean the second boss, but a little smaller. Okay, we got another energy sword from him. Nice, nice. As he says, another thing that drags down a game's performance issues. That's true. And this game does have some. No two ways about that. Okay, we got another bit cistern. That's handy. As he says, that's why I'm putting a lot of effort in my project to aim for performance first. Good on you! We need priority on just performance and general technical constitution more often in the current space, I think. Okay, upgrade materials, not gonna complain. Oh. Armor Shrine. Reduces elemental damage taken. Nice. So, Viper is looking more and more like a proper futuristic soldier, and by that I mean a mixture of a Space Marine from Halo and a Marine from Gears of War. MC says performance isn't popular among devs. Yeah, I assume it's a pretty specialized field, right? Or field to work in. Okay, now we can equip a really good assault rifle. The Gold Star. Revered among the humans as a weapon of myth, the Gold Star is steeped in ancient lore. Once wielded by legendary heroes, the weapon affords anyone awe-inspiring firepower. Few have ever been privileged enough to see it in action, and fewer still to wield it. Okay. And our shots will be armor-piercing with this. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's craft this thing to absolute perfection. Let's melt some stuff down so we can get enough basic components and then just go all out. The shotguns look cool, but what do we not need? Do we have any launchers here? Yes, we do. But they're giving us... There we go, there's some basic components. Thunderguard long gun, yep. We got our basic components, good. Behold. It's got pretty good scaling, too. MC says, well, it's essential for real-time... let's see, because it can always be fixed later or can work without. Well, it's essential a real-time problem, like calculation for planes, but also movies for passengers. The system is designed to prioritize calculation with extra on the side. Okay. I think I gotcha. Let's try out the Gold Star, then. It's got less maximum capacity than our last weapon, which has me a little on edge. But also, while we're here, since we're seeing a lot of flame elemental enemies, it's probably a good idea to, well, maybe whip back out the super sniper just as a backup. Do we still have that? Yep, we still have our bit cisterns. And we can use those to upgrade that sucker. MC says, and the calculation itself is critical, so it needs to be efficient. Right. Oh, efficiency is a nightmare. Like, regardless of whether you're working in tech or the academy, any field, really, efficiency, not just of, like, performance, but of projects, is usually really important and also one of the most frustrating components of, well, anything to nail down. Now, do we want an uber sniper? I say no. Let's just keep it very, very powerful and leave everything else as is. Okay, Gold Star, you better outperform the beautiful weapon we replaced with you. Okay, welcome to Outlook Promenade. Zone 2. Finally. Well, okay, this, certainly doesn't seem bad. Oh god, it feels like the enemies out here inexplicably are much stronger than the ones inside, and more durable. Does that seem right to you guys? Because the numbers we're putting up seem pretty similar. MC says, overall, slow internet page, not an issue. App loading a little slow, not an issue. Lower frame rates, 30 FPS is good, right? Yeah, it's not as critical, I see, unless it's absolutely abominable, as a lot of other aspects of design could be, right? Cliff says they seem to be pretty durable, yeah. Is the Gold Star somehow a weaker weapon than what we came in with? That is absurd. I mean, yes, they've also engaged in the time-honored practice of making the numbers go up, but... Well, at least we've not had the issue of enemies walking through their own bullets yet. Today, anyway. And he says, yeah, and thus performance in the dev world is almost a dirty term because it will be solved with faster computers anyway. But for me as a dev, that mentality's insulting. Well, right, and that also creates an accessibility issue for people who don't have, you know, the best hardware, necessarily, at the time of creation. Or it can, I guess. Oh god, no, that's a door. Okay, so the basic troops are nice and weak, at least. The Home Guard are here, and again, I've no idea why, if these are supposed to be the Queen's elites, but... or, like, personal guard, but here they are. The Alabaster Hell Carbine. Now that sounds a bit more like it. As he says, I hit plus 500 FPS pretty consistently in my prototypes. Wow! Goodness gracious. You got more frames than you will ever need, my friend. Armor. Okay, gave us another grenade. That's something. Sure. Not really something we were angling for, but it's there. At least there's lots of treasure in this area. We got another really good upgrade material, that AI assistant. MC says, that's only because I'm running on debug. It's faster on release. Eclipse says, MC is prepping for the 1000 hertz monitors. Yeah, I guess so. Jesus. Let's get ready to plug them with the super rifle. Well, admittedly, that is a lot of damage. Kudos for that, I guess. Oh, no. I just gotta get down to the door. The door. And so he says, no, I just want to have something I'll not have to fix every time I want to draw more stuff. That's fair, and that's a great way of fighting obsolescence if you got a machine like that. Okay. Where is the door again? It's like down there. Okay. So we need to get over there. Which I think we've already been over there. No! Why do they attack you again, like with the second wave, when you're coming back through an area? I don't quite get that. Well, friends, here we go. Into the breach. This one's really cheap. Cerium decrees in a precept protocol. This is Bigor? Yeah. MC says, on a non-drawing test, it's around 4K FPS, but rendering is a logarithmic decrease in FPS. Okay. So if it's Bigor, we've not fought a boss there aside from that nightmarish soothsayer thing, so what do you think it's gonna be? It's gonna be some kind of juiced-up enemy, we know that, like basic enemy. But which one? MCS tree round 3? No. Oh! Oh, it's just this guy! With absurd amounts of backup, no doubt, but yeah, it's the Home Guard commander, or the Castellan Peacekeeper. It's a pretty good name, to be honest. Wait, and look at its health! That's almost normal. Well, if we had just a single healing item, we'd be able to do this easily. Yeah! Wait, so this is the optional, like, dimensional door boss near the very end of the main game, but earlier on we got bullshit like the sniper and the tree, or like the super bosses? What? Really? Really? This is what I mean by, like, the irregular, difficulty curve. It's so strange. So strange. I'm almost impressed. Eclipse says, well, that was, I'd say he has too little HP, but not complaining. Yeah, not after what we're used to. This is a... Oh, the observatory. I gotcha. This is a friggin' godsend. And his only support are these, like, little, detonating hollow guys. Why am I botching the timing on that, of all things, now? There you go. Whoa! MC says maybe you just have the matching equipment to annihilate it? No, this guy was, he doesn't have much more health than we fought him when we fought him as a regular boss. The only differences are, of course, the arena's much smaller, and the little explosive hollows are there to keep us off our feet constantly. So, I mean, it's still leaning heavily into the game's way of doing difficulty, which is just more enemies, more stuff on screen. But his stats haven't been just broken, which is refreshing. Pleasant, almost. Ugh. I mean, for what it's worth, this assault rifle does seem to be like just a critical hit machine. The issue is going to be firing at its weak point while also dodging the hollows, or seeing the hollows coming. Oh, God! God! Fuck! This is the easiest boss so far, and I'm just choking. Damn it all! It's okay, though. We'll get it. Oh. We've even seen this exact trick before. This is the way the Amber Monarch fought. It didn't do much of anything itself, really. But it constantly spawned in, or it spawned in, they stopped after a while, like 36 explosive hollows. Let's see if we can get it to use its ranged attack. Nope. Well, at least this time the sniper works more or less as advertised. Oh! Shoot, the tracking. Ah! Okay, that should be him done. Yep, okay. Okay. Give me that box now. Oh, we get a melee weapon and a small key. Oh, okay. Not really complaining, that one was easy enough to take down. Could be much worse. Much, much worse, actually. So now we've just got to sprint back through this section, past all the combat engineers and what have you, and we'll get closer to the apex of the Apex Citadel. But MC, to your point about, like, having matching equipment, I did see that this weapon has armor piercing, so that might have made the boss just a little easier, or a bit less of a slog on us. Not sure. MC says, imagine getting a key called That Was a Joke Protocol. If we got a Steam key for this game, I'm pretty sure that's what it would go by. Then another boss pops in. Oh, God. They would do that, wouldn't they? Most devs wouldn't. I feel like this crew absolutely would. Okay, well, what's up here? Oh, memorial. The induction of Cathal was applauded by the court as he was welcomed to Apexian as a war hero. He was the first and only Dagonite to stand side by side with the Prime. Clip says they would. Yep. Is this going to be a new area, though? Okay, no, we're still outside. Alright. Hey, checkpoint! Nice, nice. What's it going to take to wield our even better assault rifles? One of them's energy, one of them's fire. That's 38 and 18, yikes. But by default, it's much stronger than everything else we've got. Yeah, there's no way we're getting up to 38 finesse. Maybe more endurance? Health, stamina, stamina recovery. Yeah. We've unlocked the alley checkpoint. Alright. I assume one of these is locked, probably this one, and we can enter the other one? Yep. So this will be a shortcut. Into... Again, like another of our persistent issues, or my persistent issues with the game, the stages are just too damn long. The Apex Citadel has all been one stage so far. And aside from those dimensional doors, we have not fought a single boss. I mean, they have changed the enemies up just a little. Oh! Armor. Nice. I assume we get that through a dimensional door? Caretaker of not only the monolith, but the prison complex that lies beneath, Aras takes great pride in his importance. That is the guy back at the Great Hall who's been giving us orders. You may or may not have to fight him, I don't know. I kind of like the designs of those busts, though. They look kind of voxel-based, lots of sharp, flat angles. Very nice. Again, visuals this game does pretty well. A lot of the styles very derivative and kind of uninspired, but the overall atmosphere is nice, more often than not. Okay, we got some consumables, including some bits there. Not gonna complain at all. Okay, they've really been foreshadowing the size of this one, so I want something mammoth when we get up there. Ah! Of course, we got hit by one of the charged, like, sub-sniper shots, and a stab at the same time. Ah, ha, ha, ha. This is far and away the most unpleasant Souls-like I've ever played. Alright, give us a minute. Let's try this again. You know, I'm finding that just straight up effectively doing boss runs, like in the DLC, is more effective than trying to play the game legitimately half the time. Just keep on climbing. Are we near the top of this thing yet? Yeah, we're near the top of what we can see, but that doesn't mean anything. No, 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 no! Okay, at least we can dodge that. With just a little bit of foresight. As long as we know the attack's coming, we can dodge that one. Looks like our buddy got stuck, and then his torso rotated a full 360 degrees while his lower body remained static. That was quite creepy. Okay. Masters of foresight spin the strings of fate in their favor, yet the truth of mortality, cannot be unspun. Okie. The Neophyte Knight Hammer. Oh no, there's the title. And we got some bits, of course, very nice. There he is! It's the Monarch! It's the exact model used for boss number 3. Long time no see, buddy. Just as mobile as ever, I see. Oh, you must be taking lessons from the captain. Alright, well that wasn't too bad. Cold, clear skies of Apexian seldom cloud. A storm of this magnitude was unheard of until it gathered above the city. Oh, they're spoiling us for checkpoints, ain't they? So we've probably got one more stretch of the interior, the Senate, then the boss. Eclipse says he took tracking lessons, but he failed orienteering. Yeah, poor guy. He tried so hard, though. His folks are still proud of him. Well, since we're not going to be able to use either of the super sniper rifle or assault rifles anytime soon, let's upgrade this one all the way. Let's go for it. Got a trophy for that. That's pretty good. And I was going to say let's go ahead and upgrade the sniper rifle too, but maybe hold off on that, especially since we don't have enough bits right now. Ah, yes, welcome to the seat of the Senate. Are they wearing more or less the same, not the same exact armor we are, but it looks very similar. It's of similar make, I would assume. Wow, okay, that last upgrade seems like it did wonders for the assault rifle, despite only giving it what appeared to be a small boost in damage. That felt pretty damn significant to me, even though I'm sure we hit its critical spot, or its vent, way more often. Okay, got a cipher and some upgrade materials, nice. Oh, combat engineer, gotta take care of that really quick. Okay, so enemies are still really tanky, but we're managing them. Anything over here? Anything we can pick through the rubble for? No. Doesn't look it. Maybe way down over here? Idle. The prophecy foretold Naro's demise at the hands of his brother's eldest child. Again, we've heard a lot about Naro today, or over the course of this game, I should say. He's like the incredible, prime hero king that everybody totally loved, and definitely wasn't writing all of these descriptions, or having these descriptions written as flatteringly as possible. I want to say, like, Iska, Arlen, and this Colossus were members of his family. In the lore, it's explained that, like, Iska bore a grudge against the Prime for taking someone she loved away, and so is on this crusade against them. And based on everything we know about the Prime, kind of this abusive precursor race, it makes sense that people would hate them. I mean, hell, the one or two we've met in the game, like the guy back at the hub, seem thoroughly unpleasant. The Senate would argue for days without pause, and coming to a majority agreement was near impossible. More often than not, the High King would utilize his authority to force a decision. Ah, so it was useless, then. Or just offering a veil of democracy to what was still a very autocratic system. One way or the other. Okay. Can we plug its vent from here? No. Oh, two of them. And probably some more backup, if I had to guess. Whoa! Okay, yeah. Powered up, Super Sniper. Actually really, really good. And I think that was an NPC over there. 1 second, we'll go talk to him. Oh, you are just a pale imitation of the captain, good sir. Welcome back, Bunny, and no, we're still not enjoying this. We're enjoying it, I think, all of us less and less with every passing second. Interpreted by Prime scholars, the prophecy was first thought to hold the key to indisputable power. The truth instead revealed secrets that spelled the doom of all things. Hi, what can you tell us?
Thou should not walk in these halls. Take heed. Their forms unknown, but cruel their intent. Oh, good one. Avoid these, they will bellow dangers to shadows spread throughout. If
Okay.
thou must press on, take note the ancient pride, the misfortune being. 'Tis unlikely that take thou the action contrary to what they tell thee. If they say, lay thine.
Okay, so just disobey every order we're given, and maybe we can get some treasure. Fair enough. I'm not particularly inclined to listen to the Prime anyway, so... Sounds good to me. And he says, I'm going to not do the whoops, it's almost 5 a.m. of yesterday, and actually get some rest. Alright, man, thank you so much for dropping by. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully, we've only got like 1 or 2 more streams of this, and then we're done. So just hang in there, we're almost there. Almost there, almost to good games, once again. Or better games at the very least. Oh god, no, 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 that's a soothsayer! I think. I mean, the naming conventions are really inconsistent in this game, but I'm pretty sure that's what that's supposed to be. Ah! And he says, have, quote, fun, I guess. Fun may or may not be included. Going to need some ammo. Fortunately, we've got all the ammo packs in the world. Let's maybe do what the child said and explore down here. Clip says fun if you can. Right? Okay, well that was easy enough. Howdy. How you doing? Oh, we got some goodies here. Anything change the way back? Well, the kid's gone. Either he's got a quest line, or he's not what he appears. Probably the latter. I have a very hard time believing anybody could survive all of this. Okay, let's keep our eyes peeled for soothsayers, since we know that they're here as well. Whoa! Let's load up. I think I saw some more of the monarchs over here, yep. Well, at the very least, unlike, again, say the captain, they're slow and cumbersome enough that even having 2 of them doesn't feel exactly overwhelming or anything. I have a feeling these were once Prime units. They've kind of got the whole sophisticated, cutting-edge tech aesthetic about them. Man, this section of the game is chewing through our ammo supplies, though, isn't it? Gold Star's really good, but it's not particularly sustainable. Okay. Is that a checkpoint? Well, hey, gang, I think it is. Can we crack this? Yep. Oh, I thought the Warhammer was going to be an actual melee weapon version of the mace wielded by the elites, but no. Oh, hello again.
Truth says the vermin stalk methinks that on thy quest, the truth will reveal. Beyond here, great attempt what thou seekest is
Okay.
to the oracles to bound by this place like.
Oh, so he is a ghost, yeah.
Oh, what possibilities exist when bound by this place, bound by the.
Wait a minute. He's bound to this place, and we heard the Colossus, like, screaming when we severed that chain, right? Okay, so questions, kids. 1, do you think that it's a wise idea at all to set whatever this thing is free? Secondly, do you think doing so would actually have an effect on the gameplay? I'm feeling like no matter what we do, it's not gonna make much of a difference, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and upgrade the shotgun too, so we've got 3 really high-end weapons. Clip says probably not and probably not. Well, we're gonna go for it then. I want to see everything. And the kid did say he like called on the power of the oracles, and I did, while I was going through for my lore deep dive, see the oracles mentioned a couple of times as like a very, very secretive, like hidden race that at the very least weren't malicious. So it's entirely possible that the Prime, being the generally horrible people they were, did something horrible to them. And we're actually just helping. Oh, hello there. Ah, we've got a even more powerful heals. That's a great upgrade, actually. Oh, hi, Soothsayer. Funny how both the best and several of the worst enemies in the game all teleport, huh? Combat engineers are way sturdier than I remember them being. I mean, like, relative to other types of enemies. Oh, hello? Beset by 2 beasts, the ruins of Apexion will forever be a testament to the wrath of the adversaries of the Prime. So, that has me thinking either the kid is related to one of the beasts and the other is the Colossus, or the stupid interplanetary assault craft being helmed by the Chimera Dagonites are the other beast. The planar barge. Which we still gotta take care of, remember, so we're not getting off quite that easily. They've got some range, but thankfully they are woefully inaccurate. Oh, did we miss this one? It was foretold that Malog would one day destroy the High King of the Prime. His destiny sustains him as he grows stronger with every pull against his chains. Malog is the Colossus, then. Oh, so we're setting him free. Which is fine, I guess, seeing as we need to kill him. Eclipse says something is inaccurate? Shocker, yeah. Yeah. Down here I see yet more of the Monarch. models. Strange that they would decide to make them effectively like the main enemy. Like the bread and butter unit in this stage, given that, well, they're just a little on the tanky side. Oh god, no. Oh wait! Those are a special brand of soothsayer with a shotgun. Or scattergun at the very least. Which means they often have to put themselves in our range. Okay, these aren't quite as bad as the other model. Yeah, that's nowhere near as bad. Sure are, as one would expect, a ton of enemies in here, though. I want to say that's 5 soothsayers in here, at least. Just like the OG variants, these love to juggle ya. But we're done with them, finally. Oh, what have you to say to us? The golden child of Naro, beloved by all and arbiter of the betrayer's demise, Nayland became the target for Cathal's calculated revenge once his children had been forced into exile. Cool. Oh no. What's up here? What's at the top of the stairs? Oh, another soothsayer we just didn't spawn in. Of course.
Now the heavens storm. No, the truth will certainly time as it. Thou cometh close to the end. Nay, do not. Nothing is clear. Nothing is.
Okay. Be free. Maybe we don't necessarily have to fight that boss if we set it free. Maybe we can talk to it, ally ourselves with it, and work against the Prime and the Monolith. That'd be kind of cool, I guess, like a Sekiro split path ending. Or not even ending, like split path third act. Wait, was there an idol over there? No. At least dodging their hammer strikes is honestly absurdly easy. It does track, though. It does track. There's just way more of a telegraph, even like midair. There we go. Combat engineer. Are the soothsayers going to spawn in, or what's the rub here? I mean, I feel like I should be aiming for headshots more than I do, but the lock-on is just so much more convenient, you know? Ah, there they are. I was wondering when our favorites were going to show up again. Notice these always try to teleport behind you. there we go. Was there anything back in this hallway, or was it just like a quick little area we could access to break another one of the creature's shackles? Oh, well, we can access a higher path. Eclipse says they're camera shy, yeah. Anything in here? Energy potion, that gives us more gun magic. We've not once used an energy potion, though, I don't think. How many ammo packs do we have, by the way? We got 22 large ammo packs. Okay, we'll be fine. We've also got tons of bits, so when we hit a checkpoint next, we will be able to upgrade quite a few times. Also, I have it quite quiet, but I imagine that listening to the same kind of incidental background music over and over again must be kind of frustrating. Well, let's climb up there and deal with the second engineer. At the very least, this sniper rifle is very, very, very good. I'll give the devs that. Fully upgraded, it's pretty damn good. Clip says you got this. Hopefully the game isn't too much longer. Well, remember, we do have all of those optional bosses and the end of the DLC. So I foresee at least 1 or 2 more streams, but yeah, man, we're nearing the end. It's almost over. If the Senate would ever just end. Have you ever seen a stage, so many stages, I should say, so long and so repetitive? Like, we've walked through this same exact procession of corridors something like 5 times. No, 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 no. I'm sorry, did that bullet just home in on us? Oh, god damn this game. It just shot his arm off. There we go. The clip says it did. Okay, so I'm not just going crazy. Good. Well, at the very least, that's not further evidence that I'm going crazy. Clip says, I'm sorry I'd join in, but no, man, don't worry, you're good. It's fine. This is not fun in the traditional sense, but it is a challenge, and I do like a good self-appointed challenge. Can we beat all the major content in this dreadful, dreadful game? I think we can. Down we go. At least we've got a little more ammo for the gold star. Oh god. Okay. Okay. At the very least, we've got that cipher equipped that lets us, like, teleport, or, sorry, dodge through enemies. That's been quite helpful. Now what hit us over here? Oh, combat engineer, of course. These are... They're either Prime or Crom units, I think. I can't tell because everything's been taken by the undead, so it's kind of a non-issue, you know? Oh. Checkpoint. Checkpoint. I think I see something glowing over there. An obelisk? AKA checkpoint? Eclipse has self-appointed challenges. Yep. For centuries, Malog has suffered under the watchful gaze of the Prime, imprisoned but ever forgotten. He's fostered his rage and grows more powerful with each passing day. Well, I am more than happy to set him free at this point. Oh, and there's a dimension door. This is the throne room. Alright, cool. More stamina. Screw it. Eclipse has set him free and end this terrible world. Well, again, based on what little I've been able to extract from the lore, what I understand of it, the Prime are not necessarily the good guys here. They're just the powerful guys. And we are receiving a view of history informed only by their sources. Oh, we need that damn skeleton protocol to open that door. Maybe we get it for defeating Malog, or whatever the boss here is? The Moonbeam Pistol, that's cool. And the Zenith Rifle, which of course we can't use. Eclipse says history is written by the winners. Well, a lot of sources are anyway, yeah. The High Seat of the Prime, the thrones of Naro and his two brothers. From here they've ruled the greatest people since the dawn of the Prime. See? Like, so much of the source material is deliberately biased. We can't exactly tell what's going on here. Except, we can assume that the Prime aren't as good as they make themselves out to be. Probably. Since they were an imperial, like, all-conquering power. Okay, the High Court. It's boss time. Let's do it. Yep, there's all the chains. Thank you, Eclipse. I appreciate it, man. What's... Oh. That's kind of disappointing. He doesn't look anywhere near as cool as the others. Hi, Malog. How's it going? What? I'm sorry? Oh, well, at the very least, his weak point is in his chest, so we can hit him head on. Oh! I get it! You're Discount Manus! Well, hi, how you doing? Those projectiles sure are nasty, but you don't really have a whole lot else to offer so far, do you? So this thing was a Prime once, right? Just, I assume, like, Iska and... Well, it's Iska's brother, just like Arlen was. I imagine the more difficult version of this, though, is an absolute nightmare. Yep, the more difficult version of that attack would be hell. Well, let's at least attempt to do this properly. Huh. Well. That was the biggest and baddest of the three, huh? Cliff's, yeah, kind of generic, and okay, where's the doggo summon in the middle of the room to be truly derivative? That was... I'm not gonna lie, compared to the other two, that was incredibly disappointing. Not because it was super easy or anything, again, I don't necessarily mind that. He just didn't have a lot going on. Maybe because we shattered the chains he was weaker? We got the Heart of Anger. What are these key items? The hearts. The Heart of Grief. The tragic fate of Iska is reflected in her blackened and still heart. Ripped from the raging beast, the heart still beats with unnatural strength. And diminutive and kind, the boy's heart was too good for this world. That was Arlen's heart. Now we've got the Skeleton Protocol. And the Council Crusher. Well, let's go have a seat, and then crack open that dimensional door to close off the stream. And our trophy was Executioner, so yeah, I feel kind of bad. Maybe that was a weaker boss on purpose, like really to drive home the fact that you aren't necessarily working for the good guys here. This thing was, like, augmented really roughly with advanced technology and rendered kind of mindless and just in a state of agony. That's kind of the vibe I got, and if that's what they were going for, that's kind of interesting. I don't mind that. Okay. Is this just going to be harder Arlen, or Marlowe, or... I've already forgotten its name. No, this is different. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Back on Viridian. Oh. Yep, this is just harder Malog. In the Howl. At least we can get some armor out of this. Oh, well now look at the health, though. His Echo doesn't seem, at least so far, to be any worse at all. The hell is that? Oh, no, his blasters deal way more damage. Okay, yikes. Also, well, I mean, compared to the others, his core is much easier to hit. Come on, come on. It's weird that his, like, ultimate variant portal is directly outside his boss room, while Arlen's was like an entire planet away. Or half a planet, I should say. No! Eclipse says, is this just the same thing within 10 minutes or less? Hi, Sekiro. Yep, I'm afraid so. But now, when we spawn back in, thanks to our armor, we'll have slightly increased carrying capacity for the assault rifle, meaning I should be able to burn him down. Hopefully. This is not gonna be bad. Again, the difficulty's just all over the place. Again, his blasters are the only real threat here. Notice, even relative to a lot of other enemies, his melee attacks don't deal that much damage. And I mean, that's like compared to the Huskarls and the like. Okay. Well, there you go. Now, at the very least, why couldn't the Arlen refight be like that? Just more or less the same thing. Seismic hammer. We might want to try Arlen again at the start of the next stream with our new rifle. Any other lore or anything to gather here? Some of these have lore, some of them don't. Some of them have upgrades, some of them don't. Ah! Right, see, this is the gate we always saw near the Crimson Arena. So these arenas, as we noticed earlier in the stream, do exist on the same maps as the actual, like, main worlds themselves. They're just kind of separated by impassable barriers. Well, that wasn't bad, all told. A lot of the bosses we fought today were not great, but we did kill a ton of them. And didn't kill a couple others. We've still got to burn down Arlen, we've got to track the Queen down again, we've got to kill that thing in the caldera on Bigor. And there's a couple more of those secret doors we've yet to unlock. But we are rapidly nearing the end of the game. Oh, and the DLC. We have to defeat the Lord of the Planar Barge. But I think we're going to call it there for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you had an enjoyable time with this, even though this isn't a game I particularly, am having a great time with. I enjoy being able to explore it and share my thoughts with it with all of you. Don't worry, we've got some genuinely really great games coming up on the channel, but we're gonna see this sucker through. Give me maybe 1 or 2 more streams and we'll be done, I promise you. Until next time, thank you all so much for joining me and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye-bye!